Hello and welcome to our channel. This is Two Mystics Collective and my name is Heini.
And my name is Martina. Please like, share and comment this video, and first of all, subscribe so you will not miss anything.
A lot of people have been asking us what is Ascension, since we've been talking about Ascension in some of our readings, plus in the series about the 7 chakras. So we wanted to explain you a little bit about it. What is it? How can it affect us? And what's going on? So basically, our planet Gaia is a living being, and everything in this our incredible universe is always evolving, and so is our planet. And currently, what's happening in our planet is that the vibration is rising, so we call this Ascension. How it also affects everything on our planet, like us. So what is happening at the moment is that our vibration, along with our planet, is rising. And that ascension, the rising movement, can affect us in a physical sense, in a mental, emotional ways, in so many ways. So what kind of symptoms have you had regarding the ascension?
Oh my god, all of them.
I'm ticking all the boxes as well. But maybe we should explain a little bit what kind of experience can you have when you start ascending?
Yes, definitely. And first of all, we have to tell you that we are not medical professionals. So the symptoms that we're gonna tell you, they can be physical or mental. But please remember to contact your medical professionals if you have any of the physical or mental symptoms, okay? Because it can be something else too. So please remember that. So with the ascension, there's first of all, what came into my mind is the famous ascension flu.
Yes.
And that can feel like a regular flu, just that comes out of nowhere. Like you went to bed and in the morning you're like sneezing and your nose is running, your eyes are running, you might have a slight fever and you have no idea where you got that, and it can last like one day and it can go away, or even 2 to 3 weeks. Like I've had, I think you have too, if I remember correctly, like these weird, like they can also feel like allergic symptoms, that you're allergic. Even if you're not allergic to anything, it can actually feel like, and if you take your allergy medicine, it doesn't go away. It does not go away. And then you can have weird aches and pain, which you usually do not have, and that can be anywhere from the tip of your finger, even because I usually, for example, do not have any headaches. I don't have migraine, I don't get any of that. But okay, as an empath, I can feel also other people's pain sometimes. But like the ascension pain for me, what I've had, it's like I feel like the pain is going through me. Like it's there like few seconds, and it can be super hard too. And you're like, what was that?
Where did this come from?
Yeah.
Like, out of the blue. You haven't done like exercise or caught cold or anything like that could give you like muscular pain or anything.
Exactly.
There's no real reason behind it. It just comes and then it suddenly goes.
Weird.
It can be really weird, and you might think like you're either going crazy or there's something wrong with your body.
Yeah.
And actually, if you see a doctor and they investigate you, they find nothing.
Exactly, absolutely nothing. And even if you have a pain and you take a painkiller, it will not help, because it's this sounds funny when I say it, but it's not physical, the pain. It's that your body, as we ascend, they say like our body can crystallize, and our body is adjusting to the higher energies and the higher levels of the energy, and the body is trying to adjust and make the cells are trying to go with your mind, because if your soul is getting higher, your physical body is like, no, wait for me.
Yeah, it's like, because we have many layers of our body, and the physical body is the 3D representation of our soul. But the ascension always begins first on the spiritual level, then it goes down to the mental, emotional level, and the last thing experiencing the ascension is the body.
Yes.
So while we have already gone through the process of ascending to the next level of vibration, our body, being the slowest, experience it's the last one to go through it. And while our body is adjusting to the new vibration, to the high vibration, all these things that you have locked in your body, like emotional pain, anything throughout your life, is going to surface because it's going to heal. So it's the healing process of your whole system, of your soul, your mind, your emotions, your body, but the body is the last one.
Exactly.
So that's why it can be heavy on the body.
Yeah, it can
sometimes.
be super heavy, and also ascension symptoms can also be depression, a lot of anxiety, because what you just said is that it usually ascension triggers past emotions and opens up the blockages, what traumas you have, or if you had any abuse when you were a child, for example, they all rise to the surface because your mind and your soul is hurrying up, come on, we need to figure this stuff out so we can ascend higher and higher, because the more blockages you have, the more slower your ascension process can be. So and what you said about, am I going crazy? Am I going insane? That's the most common, probably the symptom of okay, this is it. I'm gonna sign myself in an asylum. Yeah.
Yeah, and these things, that you experience through ascension, that can really make you feel like you're going crazy, because you can have ringing in the ears.
Yes.
Which is basically your ear chakras are opening, and you're actually hearing your aura when it's vibrating higher, and you can have these, beeps. It's similar to tinnitus, but it's not tinnitus.
Yeah, not quite, no.
So you will have just short, beeping or ringing.
Yeah, it can be very,
ears.
and it can be extremely high that you can barely hear it, or it can be also extremely low and everywhere between. But if you ever had tinnitus, you will notice the difference. It's a very big difference. And also with the ringing in the ears, what I had, ringing in the ears came also when my third eye started to open up. I started to see stuff. And when I say started to see stuff, light beings, I couldn't, it's not in 3D, I can actually see them there, but I've seen beings and spirits and angels, demons, and I was okay. And that is when it came.
Yeah, sorry.
And auras, for example. And I was that was the point for me. Well, I can tell you a little example. I was walking down the street in the middle of the day, and I saw this literally violet-shaped square just passing through me on the street, and I was did anybody else see that? And that was the point for me, for example, that I'm going insane. I'm
absolutely, you're kind of pinching yourself. Am I asleep? This must be a dream.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it.
Yeah, exactly. And that can be so. You can get freaked out from that.
Yeah. And what I see is when I started ascending, I started to see orbs.
Oh yeah.
And orbs are, this little tiny, colored balls of light that you may see in your vision. A lot of people may miss it, or just think it's some kind of error in your vision.
Yeah.
Or something just in your eyes, but. You actually see, these little blue orbs or white orbs or any color, and it's because the curtains between the worlds are going more thin. You're starting to see beyond those curtains. So as you're ascending, your vision comes kind of broader.
Yeah.
And you're starting to see through dimensions. And when I talk about dimensions, I don't mean actual physical dimensions. Dimensions are more of the vibration. It's vibrational levels of your manifestation of the outside world. It is a bit difficult concept maybe for some people to understand, but everything in this universe is vibration. If you look into the atomic level, you take a strong microscope, in the end you find no matter. There's no matter. Everything that this, our surrounding world that we experience as matter, in the end is just vibration.
Yeah, we could do a video actually in the future about timelines and vibrations and stuff like that.
So that has a lot to do with the ascension. When your vibration goes higher, so the world around you also changes, the physical world, because the universe responds to you in the vibration that you're putting out. So when your vibration goes higher and you're ascending, so does the world around you, and it responds to you. So in the end of the day, even though we're talking about symptoms and pains and you know that you think you're going crazy, it actually means that you're healing. And when your vibration goes higher, the less problems you have of the dense 3D world. So things are going to get easier for you. So going through this ascension, which basically it's evolution, it never ends, you know.
No, never.
But it just gets easier and easier, and things get smoother in your life.
Yeah.
The universe responds to your higher vibration with a higher response.
And everybody has their own timeline, of course, because ascension, lasts forever basically in our lifetime. But it can be for some people, the process can be extremely slow. And for some people it can be like bam, like everything in few months, and you're like, okay, I'm actually crazy, but you might not be. And talking about those, there can also be extremely vivid and also violent dreams. That's very, very common symptom. And also when it comes to dreaming, you can have like these very, very vivid dreams that you cannot even, when you're in a dream and you're trying to wake up yourself and pinch and hit yourself, it doesn't work. And it can mean that you're you can be in a dream state, but you can also astral project yourself. That's also what can happen in the ascension process at some point. And also waking up between 2 to 4 a.m. super common. Usually when you wake up and you look at the clock, it's like 222 or 333 or 444. And that is also which numerology comes in. Like you can, every time you look at the clock, any day it's like 222, 444, or register plates or anything, you see patterns, numbers for exactly, or a lot of feathers all of a sudden. Everywhere you see feathers. It can be anything.
Yeah, and that's the angels obviously messaging you if you start to see little wet feathers everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
In your house, you're sure that there hasn't been a bird around. Your windows are closed.
Yeah, and what?
You don't have feathered pillows or anything that's broken, so, you know. But what I wanted to bring about in this also is the difference of feminine and masculine energy, because the feminine and masculine, and again, it's regardless of your gender. You can be a woman with masculine energy and a man with feminine energy. It's just like where you're more leaned onto. Obviously, we all have our feminine and masculine energies. But anyway, the feminine wakes up slowly. The feminine begins the ascension process very early in life, usually. And it goes like, you know, slowly, and it's a lot smoother. But for the masculine ascends and wakes up like this. So, you know, the moment they kind of come to the tip, it happens really quickly.
Yeah.
So the masculine is like the outward pushing energy, the feminine is the inward, you know, the withdrawing energy. So
magnet.
So a lot of times, you know, like we feminines, we think like we are the fast ones and masculines are so slow, but actually it's the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely.
The feminine is slow, and they have a slow process all through their life, so they have good time, well enough time to adjust to the process. But when masculines wake up and start ascending, the process is so quick, it can happen in just within a year or even faster. And that's why, you know, especially people with masculine energy, they can feel very strong symptoms and think they're going cuckoo.
Yeah, they can also get quite often with, for feminine and masculine, but especially masculines, when that happens, that quick process happens, they can get triggered very quickly about anything. It's like very, very bad PMS
coming up, in order to be healed, and like but they all come at once, like dun, 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 dun. And it can be too fast, or feel too fast.
Overwhelming,
but it's just like
anxiety.
Where are we inclined to? Are we inclined more to the masculine or feminine root energy? So that that does have matter.
Exactly. And with the Ascension symptoms, there's like, we could talk the whole day about, maybe we will do another video someday, because we can talk about this whole day. There's so many symptoms, and mental symptoms also. Yeah,
and then you can feel also the collective symptoms. So sometimes they are not even yours. When you start ascending, it become kind of more sensitive. Your kind of antennas are going everywhere.
Or your senses will get heightened. Your hearing, your smell, the way you taste. You can even your vision. It can also be blurry, or if you're used to wearing glasses, for example, and all of a sudden your glasses feel weird, and you're like, wait, I can see without my glasses. What? That can also happen. We've heard of that for some people that we know that can happen, and it can also be temporarily. Like sometimes when I've had like weeks of very blurry vision, and I knew that there was nothing wrong with my eyes because I had them checked. I just saw like everything was like there was like this fog. That I
foggy
saw.
Eyes.
And my eyes were all red, but there's no medicals, because I have them checked. No medical reason for that at all. And with the like even your skin, like when somebody touches you, you're like like that can feel.
Yeah, you can be super sensitive.
Yes.
Obviously, the eye thing has to do with it's always to do with chakras, the energy points. So the eye thing has to do with the third eye chakra. So also, if you feel like you have like hair here, or you feel like this kind of rotating, like somebody would do this rotating movement on your forehead, or that you kind of like have a fly walking on your forehead. That's just like and you realize there's nothing. It's because your third eye is opening, and always when your chakra is strongly opening and ascending, you will feel this kind of rotating movement around the chakras, and that can feel like especially on your skin, a bit ticklish.
Yeah, that's so what is it? A headband with the crown chakra.
Yeah,
it feels like you actually have a headband right here.
Yeah, and you can feel even dizzy, like physically dizzy, and like weird,
disorientated, or like the gravity isn't working for you. Like one day you will feel super heavy, that you weigh like 500 kilos, and the next day you can feel like you're not even touching the ground when you're walking. And you're very disorientated, or you can feel the earth shake, for example, but it doesn't necessarily.
There's no earthquake, but you feel like there's an earthquake.
Yes, exactly. And what reminded me about the senses is that even your diet can change. Like if, for example, if you've always been a meat eater and all of a sudden meat doesn't taste good, you don't like the texture, or the other way around, you have been a vegan all your life and all of a sudden, meat, yes. There's a lot of symptoms, and we might get in the future do another video about the more when you get higher and higher, how the symptoms may change, for example, later on.
But it's important to trust your intuition and what your intuition tells you, because a lot of times if I get like this weird pain somewhere in my body and there's no logical explanation to it, right? I start asking myself, where does this come from? Where does this energy come from? And then I can, because I'm quite experienced in this already, like you are as well, I can feel like, okay, it's coming from this particular person or from the collective. Like there might be something happening globally and your body reacting to it.
Yes.
Because obviously, like I explained in the beginning of this video, this is a global phenomenon. Yes. Because it's our planet that is ascending, and everything on this planet is ascending along with it.
Yes.
So you might feel like if there's a global crisis going on or something like that, you can feel the pain of the people somewhere in another side of the planet,
or even
in another corner, or even nearby. But that's one of the reasons why why, for example, I prefer to live in a house without neighbors, because in a story building I used to start to feel like my neighbor's energy. I'm feeling like, why am I so stressed all of a sudden, or why do I worry about this or that thing?
It's the neighbors.
And then I realized, like, I don't need to worry. This is not, I don't have a problem with this issue, with this thing, whatever it has to do with money or health or whatever. And then I realized, no, it's coming from my next door neighbor.
Exactly.
And I'm just sensing it, and then there's ways to stop that. Like, well, if you haven't seen our grounding video yet, check that out, because grounding helps.
A lot.
Also, unblocking your chakras and doing meditation,
and resting, drink plenty of purified water.
Yeah, structured water.
Yeah,
and healthy food,
healthy diet,
without any additives.
No chemicals, the less, for example, drugs and
clean
alcohol.
Food.
And drugs and alcohol are one of the worst things that can trigger with anybody. Well, they're bad anyway, but they can, especially when you're feeling very strong ascension symptoms, for example. Those
processed food.
Yeah, processed food too, like all the anything chemical. Try to avoid, please, as much as you can.
Yeah,
that would be good.
Eating natural food with natural ingredients, and cooking your own meals, not buying ready-made meals that have a lot of additives and processed food.
Resting on water.
Yeah, and if you feel like your body is completely exhausted, then rest. Allow yourself that rest. The universe is going to take care of you. You are taken care of. Good mantra to remember is that all is well here and now.
Yes.
All is well here and now.
Exactly.
There's nothing you need to really worry about, but allow those things, to surface as well. If you feel like there's an old trauma or whatever.
Yeah, allow it to, don't push it back.
Yeah, allow it to come out. Cry if you must.
Yeah, crying is actually pretty good for your body, because crying is a chemical reaction to your body.
Let it come out.
Let it go.
Because it comes up. It might be something happened to you 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, just
and for some reason suddenly you remember it.
Yes, so
it comes up for a reason, because
it's healing.
It comes for you to heal it.
Yeah, exactly.
And to be free of it.
So please, for your own good sake, please don't
suppress.
Push it. Yeah, just let it go. Go to the shore at the beach and scream to the ocean or whatever, or scream to your pillow. Screaming is good. I like screaming. Screaming is nice. Or cry.
Or kick some rocks.
Yeah, kick some rocks.
Don't kick too big rocks, because I won't hurt my toe. Kicking a rock too big.
Gosh darn it!
But let your, any emotion that comes out, accept it. And allow it to come out. If you need to cry, if you need, if you're feeling angry about something, do something that doesn't damage anyone or yourself.
Yes, exactly.
And that's why, go and kick some rocks.
Yeah.
Do something that you get to release, or do something creative where you can release.
Yeah, paint.
Whatever.
Be violent to the canvas, for example.
Dance, whatever.
Play an instrument.
Yes, exactly.
So thank you so much for your guys' support, and please remember to like and share and comment. And if you have any ideas, for example, what kind of readings or what kind of stuff you guys would like us to tell you about, please leave a comment below. And we are also available for personal readings, so you can also from below check out our contact information, and please subscribe, because why? So you will not miss anything.
So I hope you found this video helpful, and like Martina said, drop us a question in the comment section if there's anything more that you'd like us to explain about the Ascension. But we hope you enjoyed this video, and there's more coming soon, more content on this channel.
Definitely.
So we wish you all well, a lot of blessing, lots of love. Until next time, take care. Bye.
Bye.